let me riff about the commando hike a little bit.
We drove out right next to the bamboo forest.
We get out there, you hop this little fence, we go through some knee-high grass. You gotta avoid the cow patties. Once you walk through a bunch of mud, you start to hear a river. At least that's what the instructions say. When I say instructions, this is like a culmination of like a ton of people figuring this out on their own as they go. Hopefully, you know, you have somebody on the island who's done this before, but whatever, it's more fun when you don't know what you're doing. So we find this river, we trek up this sucker.
Obviously we're very observant because there were a whole bunch of side paths, so you didn't have to walk through this rocky river the whole time. And Lauren was the only one out of the group of us four who brought any kind of water shoe. So he was just trekking through this river like it was absolutely nothing, while the rest of us are stumbling and tripping and kicking rocks. And
so you go right, you go up about another mile and a half, and you come to this mangrove forest, which is just this intertwined jungle gym of tree branches, and you could literally monkey bar your way through this thing. You know, having the parkour background is essential in this area. It just makes it so much more fun.
You have to climb through these mangrove trees, try not to fall, but that was really cool. It felt really natural to walk and just climb around on all fours, especially when you do what we do, because you just naturally had to get through it without getting stuck. And after you hit that, we ran into this epic waterfall with these two ropes, and we went right after a week of rain, and more rain, so everything was just going twice as hard as any of the videos we'd ever seen. And this waterfall comes up, and one of the girls with us is like, we have to climb that? And me and Lauren just looked at her and was like, yep, we have to climb that.
It looks like a water slide, but you would die if you treated it like a water slide. And thankfully, you know, a lot of people don't have to stem climb this anymore.
So you got through the first waterfall, and then you got to go trek through some more chest deep water to get to this other waterfall that leads into a cave. And this waterfall was a little bit sketchier because you had to stem climb through it. So you had to brace yourself on both sides of the wall, whether with your hands and your feet or with your butt.
Once you make it up that first ledge, you're just scaling in through this cavern that was originally formed from an old lava tube that comes through. And so you go in there and it's pitch black. You cannot see a single thing once you're in there. Luckily we had one headlamp, but even so, one headlamp is not enough if you have a large group. You open up into this underground cavern that's in the mountain, that's a waterfall in the mountain. Like, just visualize that for a second, because you're not going to be able to see what we saw, you know, on the footage. So you have to actually swim through this water, scale up the waterfall, which I'm sure is a lot easier, you know, during a drought. And I had water just smacking me on the face. It felt like a bunch of people punching me, and made it up to the top of that, and literally you only have about this much headroom after that, after a rainstorm, to get through, and the water's just pushing you so hard. So unfortunately we had to turn around, but it's one of those things that we're definitely going to go back to finish. Aloha! Awesome. Alright, we got it.